Hello, welcome to episode 21 of live.withcode.uk. In this episode, we're going to look at data types, so reals, integers, booleans, strings, how to convert between them. And the program we're going to make together is a program that asks you to guess a number between 0 and 10, or you can set it to be between any two numbers, and it will tell you if you're too high or too low. And it's asking for a real number, so not an integer, a number with decimal places. So this is too low, let's go halfway up to 10, about 7, too high, let's go 6, still too high, so somewhere between 5 and 6, 5.5, 4, 5.3, 5.2, 5.1, and we got it. So it's live coding, so you'll see all the mistakes, but hopefully you'll see how the program fits together, and then there are links to free interactive online Python remote learning activities in the description or on live.withcode.uk. So let's start from a blank Python program. It deals with random numbers, as in it chooses a random number and it gets you to type one in. So we need to import the random module. So we need to get the user to type in a random number. So we'll get them to guess. We'll make a variable called guess, and we'll ask the question, please enter a number between, and then we'd like to be able to set the minimum and the maximum in code. So rather than putting in the literal integer whole number values here, it would be great to have some constants. So constants make your code a bit easier to read because you have certain values that you assign to a name, so that you can just, instead of putting those literal values, replace them with the names of the constants. So if we put, say, a number between 1 and 10, if we just go like this, it's going to put literally the characters MIN and MAX, which isn't what we want. So we're going to have to concatenate the literal text in quotation marks with the values stored inside that constant. So concatenate just means joining strings together, and a string is just some text. Cannot concatenate str with an integer. So here, this is a string, and Python doesn't know how to join together a string and an integer. An integer is a whole number, but it does know how to concatenate or join together two strings. So we've got to convert that integer into a string with the string built-in function. Okay, that's better. So we'll now enter a number between 1 and 10. You can change that to be any two numbers, which works. And then we want to be able to choose one at random. So let's have a look. Answer equals. So to choose a random number, you can have rand int, which will choose a number between min and max. But if we want a real value, as in a number with decimal places, then we can't use rand int because that returns an integer. We're going to use random. And for now, we're just going to see what that does. I'll comment that out. So this chooses a random number between 0 and 1. If we want it to be between the minimum and the maximum, we need to work out what the range is, the difference between the maximum and the minimum. So the maximum minus the minimum. So here our range is going to be 8, because 10 take away 2 is going to be 8. So now we'll multiply that random number, which was between 0 and 1, by the range, and hopefully we'll have a number now between 0 and 8. Then we need to add on the minimum to that. So we'll put that in brackets and add on the minimum. So we've now got a number between 2 and 10. And then we want to round it to a certain number of decimal places. So let's say decimal places equals 1. And we'll use the built-in function round. So answer is, and then round what answer was to however many decimal places that integer constant stores. So hopefully now we've got a random number between 2 and 10 to 1 decimal place, and if you want 2 decimal places you can change that, and we're good to go. Okay, so we've chosen a number at random, we've got some code that lets us guess. We now need to let the user keep guessing until they've got it right. So for now I'm going to keep this line in, but obviously you don't want to give away the answer just yet. So you will use iteration at this point. So while true, that's indefinite iteration. It keeps on going indefinitely. So it'll now keep on asking. And I guess we can compare to see if the guess, that's what the user types in with this thing here, if that is equal to, notice the two equal signs tests if two things are the same, one equal sign just assigns a value. So if the guess is equal to our random number that we've generated, then we can say, well done. And we can break. Break means break out of the loop. So this while true loop is going to happen forever. So let's see. The actual random number is 6.4. If we choose anything else, we have to keep on guessing. But if we say 6.4, in theory, it should break. But in reality, it carries on. And that's because input always returns a string. And our answer is a real, as in a floating point number, a decimal number. So we're going to have to convert our string into a floating point number, like so. Let's try this. So any number will keep on guessing and keep on going. But if we type in the right value now, the one that it's chosen at random that we told it to print at the beginning of our program, hopefully it says well done. Good. So that proves to us that Python thinks that the string value of 6.7 is not equal to the float value, the real value of 6.7. They're different things. Okay, it's okay, but it doesn't tell us if we're too high or too low. So it's pretty much impossible to guess. So let's see. We'll put in some else statements in here. So elif means if it's not the same, but if this condition is true, so if guess is less than answer, then we'll say too low. And otherwise, so it's not the same and it's not lower, then it's going to be too high. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's see. Let's try 6, which we know is too high. Good, it says too high. Let's go too low. It says too low. Let's go 4.7, still says too low. 4.8, and we've got it. Good. We do have a bit of a problem though, because if we type in something that can't be converted into a number, it crashes, because we can't convert a string to a float if Python doesn't know how to do that conversion. So we're going to need some exception handling here. So if this line fails, because it is that line that fails, if we type in text, it's line 13 for me, this line here, we're going to try and do the conversion, but if it fails, we'll catch the exception. Instead of crashing the program, we're going to say, that's not even a number. And we have a bit of a problem at that point, because if we type in something that's not a number, it doesn't crash at that point anymore. It carries on to line 18, and now it doesn't know what guess is anymore, because it wasn't able to work out the floating point, the real value for it. So we're going to say continue, which just means skip all of this and continue with the while loop. So let's try blah de blah de blah. That's not even a number. That's good. So 9.3. And let's try 9.40. So as a string, that is different to the actual answer, but mathematically it's the same. So hopefully it'll say we've got it right. Good, it does. Okay, we've got a couple of challenges for you to work on. So you can do these in the investigate cycle of the K-Pride activity. Remember, if you're joining in with the compete.withcode.uk activities, you can get points, compete with other students in your school and other schools as well. And you can access all of the resources via live.withcode.uk. You don't need to make an account to join in. So challenge number 1, try it with numbers between 1 and 100. So we've got just 2 and 10 in this example. You can tweak that to go from 1 and 100 instead. It might take you longer to guess, but it shouldn't be hard to make the code do that. Make it work with just whole numbers, as in integers. There's 2 ways of doing that. You can either reduce the number of decimal places, or you can use int instead of float. And then challenge number 3 is a little bit harder, make it so you only have 10 guesses. So ideally it will say guess number 1, guess number 2, guess number 3, and if you don't get it right in 10 guesses, it says game over. I'm going to get rid of this line here, so it doesn't tell you what the right answer is. So it only tells you if you're too high or too low. And then remember to join in with the interactive activities to get some points. I hope it's been helpful, and I will see you next week. All the best. Bye-bye.